Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. The scene a short time ago. This crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35. It would appear these guys aren't fooling around. A big play on the second play from scrimmage.
Well, last night at our meeting, you said you thought that they would test the secondary early. But I don't know if you meant it on the second play of the game. I thought you meant, as we get into it a little bit, they decided to just come right out swinging.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing, Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. Able to slither by. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down. Now Cousins. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, a confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. On 2nd down, Elliott once more. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Jalen Holmes able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Throwing again on second down. Cousins flushed out right.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Working out of the gun, Cousins.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Cousins again.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
On third down, Cousins.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards.
And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Cook, a first down and more. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Pass on target. Prescott to Cooper. Touchdown! Amari Cooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Another try after the first down sack. Cousins.
Going for Jefferson downfield. And a 3rd interception thrown by Cousins.
Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. 10th carry now for Elliott. Making the stop there, Daniil Hunter.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Prescott sliding out of the pocket. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A 2nd down throw for Cousins.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing is Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Cousins on 1st down. It's complete to Cook. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. 2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
Keanu Neal, the former Falcon, up to make the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Finding room to the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
But it certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Cousins. They'll set up the screen for Nwangu. Touchdown, Vikings! Kene Nwangu. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can't.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, Prescott. In trouble, and he's taken down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. To try again after the sack, Prescott. And that'll will be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that'll make it third down.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
On second down now, it's Elliott. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It was Danielle Hunter to make the play in the backfield. Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott on the left side. Gallup's got it. The reception good for 7. It's third down. To throw is Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now back to the ground with Elliott. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This thrown quickly out to Cooper. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Now Prescott. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Draw play, Elliott. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Nifty move. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Handoff here to Nwangu. And fights through one man. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, just like last play.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his and deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this belongs to the Vikings. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A first down throw for Prescott. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. After the sack on first down, Prescott. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Cousins to throw it. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. Here's Cousins. Fighting to stay upright. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Cousins. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in the stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. 3rd and goal for Cousins. Touchdown! Herb Smith Jr., his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. But it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And this one quickly to Lamb. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. Prescott on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Prescott yet again. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, and this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And that's Elliott. Complete. And he gets it down to the 32. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. First down, Prescott. The tight end Jarwin with it out on the left side. Not much there, only a yard.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Prescott now. That one complete to Elliott. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now left side on the swing pass. Shed it. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now it's 2nd and 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Give to Cook out of the gun. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there were words that are said, and hey, come on, guys.